What is going on, lads, and welcome to a video where today we're going to be building a squad of people that have changed nationality both in real life and on FIFA. I thought this was a pretty cool idea. Someone suggested it in the comment section of my last one, so if you've got any other awesome ideas, pop them down there for cool squads or anything like that you guys would like to see. And also, I've only got 10 outfield players for this. I couldn't find a goalkeeper for the life of me that switched nationality that is still on FIFA, so if you guys know one, pop them down in the comment section as well. As well, lads, if you guys enjoy this video, you've been going mental on the likes recently, so keep that going. Can we smash 500 likes once again? That would be fucking awesome. And as well, just FIFA coins have just had a massive price crash. So 100k, when you're buying a million coins, it's like £5 per 100k, which is ridiculous with the discount code AJ3. So go up there, get yourself some coins, and enjoy some good players or open some packs. But let's get on and start putting in these players. So up first, we've got Abdi, who played for the Spanish national team as a kid. He was a Spanish player on FIFA 12 because he played for Spain when he was younger and he'd gone past 21. So that's basically what your nationality is meant to be for life when you've played. If you don't switch before you're 21, the rule used to be that that's your nationality in the eyes of FIFA. But they kind of changed the rules in, I think, 2009 and allowed him to switch over to Venezuela. And that is what he did because he wasn't getting games for Spain. He would rather go and play for Venezuela instead. The first centre-back we have got is Shane Duffy, and there's going to be a couple of Ireland players who've switched from Northern Ireland to Ireland, and then there's going to be another one who's done it for an even weirder reason. But first off, we have got Duffy, and basically he was born in what is Northern Ireland, so he played for Northern Ireland. But if you're born on the island of Ireland at all, you've got citizenship for the Republic of Ireland. It's really weird, and it's kind of messed up the system that they've got and stuff like that because of the way the country is split. I'm not going to go into that, but basically he played for Northern Ireland. He wasn't getting picked, so he instead switched to the Republic of Ireland because he's a citizen of both countries, because he's born on the island of Ireland. So let's just move on and take a look at our next centre-back, who is Subotic. Now, there was, I don't know if you guys know, there was a war in Serbia, and it was, I'm not sure if it was a civil war or against the Soviets or whatever it was, but his family fled Serbia and moved to Germany, and then when their visa ran out there, they moved on again and moved to the USA, and he played for all the United States youth teams. He was there from when he was 11, I think, so he went to all the schools there and everything like that, and ended up playing for America. But he had a really public falling out with the head coach of the American national team, who slated him in public, and he's just said he wasn't having that. He's never seen a coach do something like that in his life. And when he was 21, he announced that he'd rather play for Serbia instead, and that is what he went off and did. Left mid, we have got Backery Sacco, who is a very strange one. He was born in France, but he has got Malian parents, I think, so he's got like Malian heritage. Now, he played for Mali's under-17s, but then he played for France's under-21s, but then he wasn't getting games for the national France team, so he went back to Mali and played for them instead. So, bit of a weird one. I think he just wanted to play matches, basically, and he wasn't good enough to get into the French squad, so he decided he would go back to Mali and use his parents' heritage as a way of being eligible to play for them, and that is what he went off and did. Up first at centre mid, we have got Thiago Motta, who is again quite a famous one. This squad was inspired by Diego Costa, I'm sure all of you guys know. Motta was quite a famous one as well, again playing for Brazil, but this time switching to Italy. He played, it was a very weird thing, he played for the under-23s in Brazil, which I didn't even know was a thing, but apparently it is. And it's classed as a competitive game, and he got a cap for it. But in the eyes of FIFA, it's not competitive enough to tie you down to that nation, because of course, if you play for one nation professionally, like in a competitive match, that's meant to be your nation for the rest of your life. But it wasn't competitive enough for it to lock him down. So then when he announced that he wanted to play for Italy instead, and he's got dual citizenship of them two countries, he was within the rights of FIFA, perfectly legal to go over and play for Italy instead, because they did want him to play for them. So that is what he did, and he went and played for Italy instead. The next centre mid we've got is Darren Gibson, who is exactly the same as Shane Duffy, except I think he was one of the first ones to do it and kind of started off the trends, and all the legal arguments and stuff were about Darren Gibson's case. He was playing for Northern Ireland. When he moved over to Man U's academy, they stopped picking him, so he went and played for the Republic of Ireland instead. I think that was at youth levels, and now he plays for the Republic of Ireland's main team, but that is what he did, and again, it's basically the same reason. Because he was born on the island of Ireland, even though he was within Northern Ireland, he could play for the Republic of Ireland. So let's just move on and take a look at our right midfielder, who is actually a camp, and it is Kevin Prince Boateng. Now, his is a very strange one because he is born in Germany and got a German passport. He doesn't have dual citizenship, I don't think, of Ghana. He has got his parents who are Ghanaian, or his ancestry is Ghanaian and something like that. And of course, his brother or his half-brother, Jerome Boateng, plays at centre-back for Germany. But he said he feels more Ghanaian. Even though he played for the German under-21s and under-17s and all their youth levels, he said he feels more Ghanaian, so went off and wanted to play for Ghana instead. Now, that was taking its toll on him. He said when he was 24, he retired from international football because travelling from the Bundesliga in Germany to Africa to play the games for Ghana was taking it out of him and making him too tired. So he said he wasn't going to play any more international football, which After going through all the hassle of changing it, because I think he was, again, like Amora Bieta, over 21, so there was loads of hassle and he had to go through a really long process of doing it. I think he only got to play in one tournament for Ghana before he decided he would retire, which seems like a bit of a waste of time. You think he'd just play for Germany and stay in the Bundesliga, but that's up to him. He was then recalled a few years later to play for them at a World Cup and ended up getting sent home early for misbehaving, which, again, kind of just ruining it. What was even the point of going through all of that effort if you're just going to retire and then fuck it up when you go back? So now, again, he doesn't play for Ghana anymore, and he is only 27. I've always wondered, do you guys reckon if he had chose to play for Germany, he'd get into the squad? I'm not too sure, of course. They won the World Cup. They're the best team in the world. Would he get a game? Let me know what you think down in the comment section, and let's just move on to our left forwarder, who is this guy, Abdi. If you guys watch my Rarest Players series, you'll know that last year he was Somalian. He was the only Somalian in the game, and he was pretty fucking rare. And he now is Norwegian instead. Now, this is, again, a bit of a weird one because he's never played for either of the countries. I don't think he might have played the friendly for Somalia, but he decided he wanted to be Norwegian because he's lived there all of his life. I think he was born in Somalia and then moved over to Norway when he was really, really small. So as you'd imagine, he classes himself as Norwegian. That's what he wanted to do, but the Norway coach said he is not good enough and will never be good enough to play for Norway. So I'm not really sure why EA have changed it, because he's never played a game for Norway. Pretty weird, but I suppose he's come out public and said, I am Norwegian, I want to play for Norway. So even though he's not playing for them, EA have got to make his card that nationality. Right forward, we have got Aiden Migizi, who is, of course, swapped to the Republic of Ireland, but not for the same reason as Duffy and Gibson. This guy was Scottish, he was born in Scotland, and he played for Scotland schoolboys, but he was transferred or went to the Celtic Academy. Now, I'm sure you guys know where you play for your school team and then all your best players from each school in the county or district or whatever get called up to make a county school team, and then they play against all the other best schoolboys from all the other different counties, and then of course the best from all the different counties make up the national team above them. Now, Celtic's games clashed with their counties' games, and basically he wasn't allowed to play for the county if he wants to play for Celtic. So the Scottish FA don't let you play for the national team if you don't play for your county team. So he was good enough to play for the national team. Obviously now he's made it as a professional footballer, you would expect so, but he wasn't allowed to because Celtic wouldn't let him play for the county. So with not being able to play for Scotland, he instead chose, through his paternal grandmother or something like that, to play for Ireland because he was eligible for them. So that is what he went off and do. It's a really weird system. I don't know why they don't let them play. It's kind of like they just pool all of the players from the county teams, and even though he was probably better than all the people in the national team, except Stephen Naismith probably, he wasn't allowed to play for them because he wasn't playing county football. I don't know, it's a bit stupid by Celtic to clash their fixtures together, but that's just what happened, and he wanted to be involved in a national youth setup, so that's what he went and did, and went and played for the Republic of Ireland instead. Now, the last player on this list is, of course, Diego Costa. You guys all probably know the story, so just to go through it really quickly, he was Brazilian, and he was Brazilian on all of the old FIFAs. He actually had a nationality switch halfway through the last of FIFA, and basically it was, he was Brazilian, he wasn't in favour with Luis Felipe Scolari. I think he played a couple of friendlies for them, so it wasn't a competitive game, and when he got the Spanish citizenship, he said he wanted to play for them, and he switched over and went to the World Cup with Spain. So that is what happened. Everyone in Brazil, I think, kind of hates him for being a traitor. He's like their only good striker, and then he fucked off to Spain and played for them instead. I'm not really in a place to comment on it, but that's what he did. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. A bit of a different one. Like I said, if you've got any more cool ideas, pop them down in the comment section, because this one did actually come from a commenter. So massive thank you for whoever suggested that. I cannot remember your name for the life of me because I've gone through so many comments. But hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, make sure you smash them likes. Thanks for watching. If you're new around here, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I will see you next time.